Hello and welcome back to another Shadowlands Goldfarming video. Today we're taking a look at another skinning farm, and it's a different route in the same zone. If you've seen my previous video on skinning in Ardenweald, this is basically the same principle, but we're doing it in a slightly different location. It is very close though, because the other location that we went through is basically up here, and now we have just moved a bit further down south, and you have another route as well. And I have noticed after I made my video on this route right here, a lot of people are doing it, so there's some competition. So I really just want to showcase another route that is just as good. Might maybe slightly worse, but it should be around just as good. So if this one is being camped, you can go down here and farm that one instead. We also have one all the way up here as well, that you can also use that I have covered before. And yeah, we're just going to check out this route as well. So for the route itself, I've tried to made like a paint document to show you. So basically it looks like this. The green lines is the entire route, and the red circles inside are the pulls. So you will have 4 pulling locations inside the route, and you will run in a circle. You can maybe combine both the southern pulls into one big pull, but in my experience they die too fast from thrash, so you won't be able to actually pull all of them. But you can do it if you just want to go back and forth when you skin, but I prefer having all of them in one nice pile when you skin them. So for me, I just do 4 pulls because it's much simpler. But right now, you can just see this is where I start, and there's tons of mobs available. There's moths all the way around, there's stags all the way around, and there's just tons of them, dude. So you will have tons of mobs to kill over here as well. It is definitely a good location for skinning in general, and you have pretty much the same types of mobs as well as you had on the other farm. So we are just going to go ahead and start the pull, and then I'm just going to show you how it works and how I do stuff. So I do this on my level 50 druid. I have 2 videos on level 50 druid farming. One video where I show you exactly how to set it up as well, including the talent points and my gear and everything, so check that one out if you haven't already. I'll leave a link to it down below, and I'll leave a card as well. One thing that I wasn't too good at when pulling before is to use iron fur while pulling, so just try to use iron fur whenever you can. And you can also pull these boys as well if you really want to. There we go, just going to use some cooldowns while pulling, because you don't really need them later. So you just run around, you pull all of the mobs over here, and we're going to kill them, and we are going to skin them. And now we have quite a few mobs, some of them leashed, that's fine. I forgot to use the thrash. I'm kind of bad at multitasking, so talking, doing a video, and using thrash at the same time to actually keep the mobs on you is kind of difficult. But you want to use thrash as much as possible, otherwise they will run back. So to keep them on you, just keep on using thrash. And there we go, one nice pile, tons of loot, and you will get tons of meat while doing this. So right now there seems to be some lag in the zone, but that's fine. You can see all of this meat. We get some crawler meat, ethereal meat, this one is trash. We get shadowy shanks and tenebrous ribs. And then we're just gonna skin, try to get some heavy callus hides and regular callus hides. And that is basically where you make the gold when it comes with skinning. So heavy callus hides and regular callus hides is what you want. The heavy desolate leather you can vendor shuffle by crafting it with leatherworking, crafting the composite bones, that is. But mostly I just sell it on the auction house because you need tons of bones for the vendor shuffle as well. And that's just one pull, so now we just go all the way over here. This is where we start, this is the first pull. Now we go over to here as well. You can see they already start to respawn. So you can pull these as well with you now for the second pull, which I'm actually going to try to do. So we're going to pull these, 2 of them leashed, so not all of them are respawning, 2 of them leashed, which feels kind of bad. And now we pull them over to the second location, keep using thrash to keep them up to on you. And then you have a couple other reindeers over here as well. There is one mob over here that hits pretty hard, and that is the Highland Bull, that we'll see very soon. This one over here, you have a couple of those around this place. They hit pretty hard, so you might want to try to be a bit careful when you pull at this location. And I'm just going to kill them here, because I just saw one of them die, so I'm going to do like 5 pulls for this run, instead of the usual 4 pulls, so I don't have to go so far back in between each skin. And for example, for these birds, I'm trying not to pull the birds, because the meat they drop is trash. They are skinnable though, so if you can pull them in a big pull, then just go for it. But the meat is trash, the only thing you will get for them is the chance of getting the heavy callus hides and the regular callus hides as well. And you can see you get tons of shadowy shanks and tenebrous ribs from this location as well. There is a ton of moths available and a ton of rune stags, so you are getting all of the good stuff. And from that pull we just got a heavy callus hide, which is fantastic. Personally, that's like 2,000 gold on my server, so 2,000 gold for one pull should be pretty good. And we got another one right there as well. Definitely not bad. And this is basically where the second pull would be. So you just pull all of these, right? You're gonna pull this one, pull that one. Activate bear form might be a smart idea. And yeah, just pull the birds as well if you want to for the skinning chance, but just know that the meat they drop is trash. So just don't expect to get anything from the meat and you're fine. You can pull them up here, there's a couple more mobs up here as well. So just keep on pulling and use thrash every now and then to keep the mobs on you. So they don't leash, and you will have more reindeers and more moths as well, and you just pull everything you want basically, until you want to start killing. Basically, I just pull until I see one mob die, or that I'm getting low on health, so there's one dead, and now's where I start to kill. Because I don't want to go all that far between each single skin, in between every single pull, so I just try to kill all of them in one big pile. So now it's time to kill. And that is basically it, that's everything you do. So this is the second pull, I'm just going to show you the entire route after I've done this pull right here. And it's very simple, it's a second location to farm for skinning, and if the other one is taken, this one can definitely be good. It is a little bit more difficult in my opinion, and there's a little bit fewer mobs available at this location, but it is about 90% efficiency of the other one, so it's still pretty good. If I had to rank them, this would be number 1, but it's also the most popular one. This one down here I have no competition on, so you can have this one all to yourself. Maybe now that I make a video on it, it might be a little bit more popular, but this one all the way over here, the first video, was number 1, this one is number 2, and then this one at Dreamsong Fen with the moths over here and the horses over there, that one is number 3. And there as well, tons of ribs, tons of shadowy shanks, and tons of skinning. So the route itself looks like this. We are now done with the second circle, and we only have the 2 circles down south left to go, and then you just restart the entire route. And I just got another heavy calicites as well, so the drop rate looks to be somewhat good. I just got 3 of them during this video. It's been like a 7-minute video so far, so that's amazing. And before the video gets too long, I'm just gonna shut it down there. So basically the second pull happens here. You start pulling the moths that you see on my screen. You pull them all the way down here, you pull all of the stags, you pull this bird, you pull these moths as well. And around here is when my last pull is. This is where they start dying. So you pull these as well, this bull, that bull. You pull these, and over here you kill them. And then you just pull some mobs over here as well, because this is your way back. You are now going towards the start again, and you just pull everything you see on the way. There's not too many mobs in this the last pull, but you can get some of them. And most of them will be stags. You can see the bull over there, there's 2 stags down here. 3 stags actually, and yeah, you get tons of them. So now you just restart the entire route, and you start on over again. It is a very good location, they respawn super fast, and by the time you have done the entire route, they will have respawned, so you will never run out of mobs, and that's fantastic. I want to give a massive shout out to Student for sponsoring this video. If you haven't checked out his guide from 0 to gold cap, check it out and use my code when you buy it to save 50%. And I also want to say that I'm streaming a lot more on Twitch right now, and I'm streaming gold farming, specifically this one, and the other one over here as well, so I'm doing a lot more solo gold farming now, and I'm doing it on Twitch. So if you want to see me farm gold live, then check me out on Twitch. The link will be down below. And that is pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.